Originally formed together in 1954 with original members Billy Henderson, Henry Frambo, Purvis Jackson, C.P. Spencer, and James Edwards, formed together the Domingos in Detroit, Michigan. The Friends resided in Detroit's Herman Garmen's public housing project and came together to make music. James Edwards only remained with the group for a couple of weeks and was later on replaced by Bobby Smith, who sang most lead on the Spinners' early records. Spencer also left the group shortly after Edwards. Then later on, joined from the Voice Masters and the originals, George Dixon replaced C.P. Spencer, and they named themselves the Spinners in 1961. The first single the guys put together as a band was called That's What Girls Are Made For, which features Bobby Smith on lead vocals. The song was recorded in May of 1961 in Detroit, Michigan, under Harvey Fuqua's label. And speaking of Harvey's label, he produced and co-wrote the song along with Gwen Gordy. A lot of people debated back and forth for years if it was either Bobby Smith or Harvey Fuqua singing the song, but the sources have come together to say that it was Bobby Smith that was singing on the record. But Fuqua also sang lead on some of the singles and considered himself to be a member of the Spinners. At this time, he was formerly of the Moonglows, though.
That's what girls are made for.
To hug and to kiss.
That's what girls are made
to love and to miss.
That's what girls are made for.
You gotta hug 'em, then you kiss 'em. You gotta love 'em, then you miss them. Whoa. That's what girls are made for. To hold and to squeeze.
That's what girls are made for.
To scold and to please. Yes, I said you gotta hold 'em, then you squeeze 'em. If you scold 'em, you gotta please them.
While it was a very impressive song for the band to start out of for their first single, it wasn't enough to get their feet on solid ground just yet. Bobby Smith had proven himself very worthy to be the current lead singer of the Spinners at the time because his young style vocals resonated similarly with Sam Cooke. But it wasn't enough just yet to step into the big Motown doors. Often confused as brothers, James Edwards' brother Edgar was replaced by Dixon in the group in 1963. By the time, the Spinners was still under Fuqua's label. Its entire artist roster was brought out by Fuqua's brother-in-law, Berry Gordy of Motown. And in 1964, the Spinners made their debut at the Apollo Theater and were received with very high favor, and the audience really liked their sound. And by 1965, they had a bigger hit, I'll Always Love You. That reached number 35.
In my heart I know that I'll always love you. I'll always love you, baby. Darling, you have my love no matter where you go. I'll always love you, baby. I'll always love you, baby. Sometimes a man has too much pride to see, but losing your love, my darling, has opened my eyes for me. Darling, your golden rose hurts me more and more each day. I'll always love you. I'll always love you, baby. Darling, you have my love no matter where you go.
At this time, with two semi-hits under their belts, you would think that the Spinners would be finally getting somewhere, but yet they still have limited success under their belt. But a couple years later, after I'll Always Love You, they released another single, which was the more popular than the previous two that they made before, Truly Yours, that peaked to number 16, and another version was later on recorded by the Temptations in 1967. But with little commercial success, Motown assigned the Spinners as road managers, chaperones, and chauffeurs for other groups, and even shipping clerks. Eventually, Edgar Edwards left the group in 1967, and G.C. Cameron later on took his place. By then, the group was switched on to the Motown-owned VIP imprint label. But to backtrack, 2 years earlier, through sheer force of will, the group's first debut album finally came out. Now, the name The Spinners itself wasn't always theirs. The name itself had featured a little bit of controversy behind it for a simple reason, because there was already another group named The Spinners. So, to avoid the confusion, they kept their name as the Detroit Spinners because they started in Detroit, and Motown, the label that they were on, was also from Detroit. And their first album featured two of their most popular songs from their original recordings from 1961 before they were even on Motown, with Harvey Fuqua, That's What Girls Are Made For, and I'll Always Love You. And their first recent hit at Motown, Truly Yours. Then after this album, Edgar Edwards would no longer be in the group and GC would come along. And then that's when the Spinners' feet would get on solid ground. After the unsuccess of their first album, the Spinners knew that they had to try to come back with either a better album or at least a big hit. And that is exactly what happened with them, with their new lead singer, G.C. Cameron. He had came along and sung on one of the Spinners' biggest hits at the time, It's a Shame. Written by Stevie Wonder and co-written by his wife at the time, Sarita Wright. The song made it to number 4 on the R&B charts. It became a really big hit. And there was actually footage of them performing this song on American Bandstand that is yet to unfortunately be released to the general public. By October 1970, the album Second Time Around by the Spinners came out, and it was produced by Ivory Joe Hunter, Stevie Wonder, Robert Gordy, Johnny Bristol, Harvey Fuqua, Clay, Mick McRae, Alice Story, George Gordy. It received generally good reviews from critics. But it unfortunately wasn't going to stay this way. After the release of Second Time Around, the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, suggested that the group finish their Motown contract and sign with Atlantic Records, due to Atlantic doing good things for Aretha Franklin's music, giving her all types of hits such as Respect, I Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You, and many others. But eventually their Motown contract expired because Motown generally just stopped having interest in the Spinners, as they couldn't compete with other popular male Motown groups such as the Four Tops and the Temptations. And also, due to contractual obligations, it prevented G.C. Cameron able to go with the Spinners while leaving Motown, and he had to stay on as a solo artist, which would cause him to no longer be a member of the Spinners. He then urged his cousin, Felipe Wynne, to join the lineup, and so he did. And that's where the magic began when they signed with Atlantic in 1972.
Motown has so many groups on the same caliber as the Spinners, and we felt like we was always getting lost in the shuffle.
We was kind of sad about it, you know, but as people realized that we wasn't with Motown no more, we realized that we was a good commodity out there.
There was one problem. G.C. Cameron was still under personal contract with Motown. He was also romancing Gwen Gordy, Berry Gordy's sister, who he would later marry.
There was an attraction because Harvey had gone somewhere else. She was always there and always making sure that I was cool. Took great care of me. Great care of me.
He wanted to become a solo act. And he figured, you know, we're gonna make him a superstar.
But G.C. had a cousin who auditioned to take his place, named Felipe Wynne.
I remember this day good because that day Eddie Kendrick, one of the Temptations, was in there also. And when we finished, Eddie looked at us and said, if y'all don't sign him, you're crazy.
With Felipe Wynne on board, the Spinners signed with Atlantic Records in 1972. The label's producers included Tom Bell, who with his partner Linda Creed had already composed a string of hits for the Stylistics and the Delphonics.
They sent me a whole cacophony of artists. But I said, I'll take the Spinners. They said, well, don't you want Aretha? I said, Aretha is fantastic, but Aretha doesn't need me. I want those Spinners. I need them and they need me. I know it. I can feel it. I can feel it.
So Tom Bell came to Detroit, and we sit around the piano, and he had everybody sing a little bit. And he said, well, fellas, I'm going back to Philly. When I come back, y'all be number one. Yeah, I heard that before.
He told us, he said, within a year, you guys are going to be the number one group in the country. And by us being in Motown for 200 years, we looked at it and said, yeah, right.
I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. If you do like I tell you to do, I will give you, each one of you guys, any car you want.
After being played and pushed aside by Motown for many years, the Spinners did not believe Tom Bell at first when he said that he could work wonders for them and make them superstars. But they underestimated Tom Bell very much, because Tom definitely did make them the superstars that he promised that he was going to make them. He had wrote multiple hits for them, including the starting out Bobby Smith-led song, I'll Be Around. And next, the Henry Frambo and Felipe Wynn led How Could I Let You Get Away. Both songs immediate success, and I'll Be Around being their first million-selling single and awarded a gold disc in October of 1972. The Spinners were no longer being treated as second afterthoughts. They were no longer having just one foot in the door. They were now finally able to stand in front of the whole room with two big hits under their belt, including a million-selling hit in their belt. And in March of 1973, with the help of producer Tom Bell, they put out their self-titled The Spinners, which featured other hits besides How Can I Let You Get Away and I'll Be Around, such as One of a Kind, Love Affair, Ghetto Child, and Could It Be I'm Falling in Love with Bobby Smith and Felipe Wynn. This album deemed to be a very big success for the group, and just before they knew it, with this album and more to come along with it, they were finally on their way.
There's nowhere to go. Oh no, you made your choice. Now it's up to me to bow out gracefully. Though you hold the key, but baby, whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you want me, I'll be there. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. I'll be around. I knew just what to say. Now I found out today that all the words had slipped away. But I know there's always a chance. A tiny spark will remain, yeah. And sparks turn into flames. And love can burn once again. But I know, whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you want me, I'll be there. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. I'll be around. Yeah. Like howdy do, your tin soldiers, your clowns too. They're all laughing at you. I'm laughing at you too. Like basketball, 5,000, that was all. The games you really knew, yeah. Why couldn't I be gets all mad at you, like parents often do, in the middle of the room. Got no time to count my sheep today, baby. How could I let you get away when I knew I need somebody soon? How could I let you get away, baby, when I knew I need somebody soon?
Just as the two previous main lead vocalists before him proved themselves worthy with their strong vocals, such as Bobby Smith with That's What Girls Are Made For and I'll Always Love You, and his cousin, G.C. Cameron, proving himself worthy on It's a Shame. Felipe Wynne had proven himself worthy to be a good lead / co-lead vocalist, as just previously shown with How Could I Let You Get Away. The Spinners started making the big leagues on Soul Train, the TV show Soul, American Bandstand, and multiple others. But the hits just wouldn't stop there.
I'm falling in love with you, baby. Could it be I'm falling in love? Could it be I'm falling in love with you, with you, with you, with you? I don't need all those things that used to bring me joy. You made me such a happy boy. And honey, you'll always be the only one for me. Meeting you was my destiny. You can be sure I will never let you down. When you need me, I'll be around. And darling, you'll always be the only one for me. Heaven made you specially. Could it be I'm falling in love with you, baby? Could it be I'm falling in love? Could it be I'm falling in love with you, with you, with you, with And darling, you'll always be the only one for me. Heaven made you specially. Could it be I'm falling in love with you, baby? Could it be I'm falling in love? I wanna know now, baby. Could it be I'm falling in love with you, with you, with you?
But back to Felipe Wynne for a second. Not only could he sing, but he could ad-lib, dance, and wow crowd greatly with his awesome stage presence. He can even throw the mic up in the air, catch it, and even do a spin sometimes like David Ruffin.
sacrifice, make it for love. Whoa, whoa, yeah. I never thought about the day would come. She would leave without goodbye. Well, 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 well. She wrote a line or two upon the wall. Said, I'm leaving you, oh, I love you too. Can't stay with you. No, no. To this very day, I could never say discourage a word. Girl, I really love you. There's no one above you. Oh, hey, hey. Love affair is when you treat her nice, but you find you have to pay the price. You got to dig in your pocket. No, you're right. Got to make a little sacrifice. Make it for love. Make it for the more. Hey, 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 hey. Oh,
But not even just Felipe and Wynn. Harry Frambo was also another very underrated singer. He sung lead on the group's hits such as I Found Love When I Found You, I Don't Want to Lose You, and of course, one of his biggest classics co-led with Felipe, Ghetto Child.
When I was 17, I ran away from home and from everything I had ever known. I was sick and tired, living in a town filled with narrow minds and hate. They used to laugh at me, their children called me names. I would run and hide, feeling so ashamed just for being born. I was just a boy, punished for a crime that was not mine. Life ain't so easy when you're a ghetto child. Oh baby, life ain't so easy when you're a ghetto child. No one tried to understand. Papa did the best a man could do. A child reality is paid for by his folks' fancy fairy tale, all bought and sold by those who can well afford. Time to make believe, childhood dreams can still come true. So I've been wondering, traveling all around, guess it ain't my style to live in just one town. Still I'll never know why a child is blamed, ridiculed and shamed. We're all the same.
During this time, after the release of their self-titled 1973 album, their first album under Atlantic with Tom Bell, the Spinners enjoyed a great deal of success with this album. They spread love and positivity everywhere they went, every note that they sang in every song. Felipe gave electrifying performances. Bobby and Henry held it down with the co-leading vocals, and Billy and Purvis was doing their thing as well. All five of the Spinners brought in something special to the group to form it as one unit. But soon, it would be time for a follow-up. So throughout the rest of 1973, the Spinners continued to enjoy their streak of success. And another streak of success will come again. In January of 1974, they would put out their fourth studio album, Mighty Love, which spanned another good amount of hits like their previous album, I'm Coming Home, Love Don't Love Nobody, and Mighty Love. This was another great success for the Mighty Spinners.
Seeking fortune in something. I never got the chance to prove myself, so I'm trying to play their game. Using people just ain't my thing, and I won't dangle from any string to please some fool I don't care about, to turn me inside out. I'm going, oh, hey, hey, I mighty know, you know too. Hey, I know what I'm
that you're sure to find true love and peace of mind. At the end of the rainbow, there's no sign in the sky to follow. That's the way love goes, baby. That's the way love goes. And so there's a line that says love don't define. Love is just what you make it. Keep on loving if your soul discover the mighty love. 'Cause sometimes make a weak man strong. A mighty love can sometimes make a rich man weak. You'll knock him off his feet. So have a mighty love. Mighty, 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 mighty love.
Riding off the success of their Mighty Love album, Tom Bell and the Spinners just kept working magic in the studio. Throughout the rest of the years of 1974, they continued to enjoy their success. And then by December, another album came along, new and improved, which featured the most popular songs Then Came You with Dionne Warwick, Living a Little, Laughing a Little, and, of course, the classic ballad, Sadie, led by the great Felipe Wynne.
Just a little, laughing just a little, ain't easy. Living just a little, laughing just a little, ain't easy. No, no, no.
Laugh everyone at the fool with his heart in his hand.
Still, he can't quite understand that he's less than a man.
Lost somewhere deep in his shell, there's an ember of pride.
Despite the things this troubled world can bring, oh, say, don't you know we love you, sweet Sadie? Place no one above you, sweet Sadie. Well, 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 living in the past. Sometimes it seems so fine that nobody will turn your life around. Sweeter than cotton candy, stronger than Papa's old brandy. Always that needed smile. Once in a while, she would break down and cry. Sometimes she'd be so happy being with us and Daddy, standing the worst of times, breaking the binds with just a simple song.
By 1975, the late great Tom Bell cooked up another masterpiece with another classic Spinners album, Pick of the Litter. But this time, it didn't only feature the great vocals of Felipe Wynne and Bobby Smith. It featured Henry Frambo on I Don't Want to Lose You and the great bass of Purvis Jackson on Games People Play.
Who do you think you are? Who do you want to be? You're the only one that really knows. Maybe you'll be surprised after your search is through, when you find you've just been chasing you. Believe me, I understand the vision of your mind, but I'm so afraid that the girl you find may not need a man like me. I don't wanna lose you. I love you as you are. I don't wanna lose you. I could love you more
headed for the subway home.
Oh, I took my time,
'Cause I felt so all alone.
not far away.
I heard a funny sound, took a look around, and I
Could see her face.
smiled as she came, calling out my name. So I
Nowhere to go. We'll take it slow. I guess I'll call it a day.
Games people play, night or day, they're just not matching what they should do. Keeps me feeling blue.
A year later, in July of 1976, another successful Spinners album came out. Happiness is Being with the Spinners. The album features a lot of great tunes on it, such as Wake Up Susan, Tony My Love, Four Hands in the Fire, You're All I Need in Life, and the 7-minute funk fantastic song, The Rubberband Man, that was originally going to be called The Fat Man, inspired by Billy Henderson. But they decided to go with The Rubberband Man. And with this song, while Felipe led the entire thing, Bobby, Billy, Purvis, and Henry would be in the back doing their traditional Rubber Band Man routine with the large rubber bands. But unfortunately, this song will come with a cost. For a while, this would be the last big hit with the Spinners and Felipe Win.
hand me down the walking cane, hand me down my hat. Hurry now and don't be late, 'cause we ain't got time to chat. You and me, we're going out, catch a lady sound. Guaranteed to blow your mind so high you won't come down. Hey, y'all, prepare yourself for the rubber band. Man, you've never heard a sound like the rubber band. Man, you're bound to lose control when the rubber band starts to jam. Oh, this dude is out of sight. Everything he does seems to come out right. Once I went to hear them play at a club outside of town. I was so surprised, I was hypnotized by the sound his cats put down. When I saw this short fat guy stretch a band between his toes, hey, I laughed so hard, 'cause the band got down when it finally reached his nose. Hey, y'all, prepare yourself for the rubber band. Whoa, you never heard a sound like the rubber band. Man, you're bound to lose control when the rubber band starts to jam. Got that rubber band up on his toes, and then he wriggled it up around his nose. Guaranteed to blow your mind. Then all he do is just keep the time. How in the world did he learn that? Oh, Lord. Oh, I have to get away. Prepare yourself for the rubber band, man. You've never heard a sound like a rubber band. Whoa, you've got to lose control. Starts to jam. Rubber band, man, rubber band, man. What's this stuff? Do we think we can stand? So much rhythm, grace, and debonair for one man? Oh. And then he had the nerve to twinkle his left toe through his knee, got the feeling in his head, y'all. Oh, come on, baby. Won't you cry yourself and hear it? Never heard a sound. Oh, he's my man, and he likes to jam. Starts to jam. Everything starts to jam. Moving up and down across the land. Got the people all in his ways. Everything about him seems out of place. Just a rubber band.
Unfortunately, a lot of the success would be deeming to go too much to Felipe Win's head. He was starting to go very big-headed and very egotistical, and it would start to become very insufferable with the rest of the members of the group. And he would start to act like he was more higher above them. And he wanted to change the name to Felipe Win and the Spares due to him feeling like he does most of the leading, performing, dancing, etc., etc. But the rest of the guys were not going for it. Then by 1977, the Spinners had put out their last album with Felipe Win. Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow was released in April of that year. The full album didn't even feature Felipe Win's full vocals. Some of the songs featured him, and some of the songs featured his newest replacement. And unfortunately, at this time, the well had ran dry for the Spinners as they went gold and platinum with their other 5 albums. But after Happiness with the Spinners, they never went gold again. And so, afterwards of the release of Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow, Felipe Win would no longer be a member of the Spinners. He would quit the group, and he would be replaced by former member of the Impressions and solo artist John Edwards. And things would start off a little bit rocky for John in the group due to the fact that the first 2 albums that the Spinners did with him weren't successes. But by the time it was 1979, then they put out their Dancing and Loving album. The hits started rolling in. But would it stay that way for long? Later that year of 1977, Felipe Win signed to Colton Records and released his first solo album, Starting All Over. Unfortunately, the album wasn't a big success. But Felipe Win was not ready to give up just yet. He continued on to make music, and he even performed with Parliament Funkadelic and George Clinton. By this time, the Spinners were at a standstill. Felipe Win was out the group, and John Edwards was now in. But the first 2 albums that the Spinners did with John Edwards did not end up too successful. They put out 2 albums, 8 and From Here to Eternally, which did not do so well on the charts. 8 only went to number 34, and From Here to Eternally only went to 61. But by the time they put out their next studio album, Dancing and Loving, the Spinners was working their way back to the charts. And speaking of work their way back, that was their next biggest hit after the Rubberband Man. Working My Way Back to You, Forgive Me Girl, the melody. Working My Way Back to You was the biggest song for the Spinners at this time after Felipe was out the group, and it was originally done by the Four Seasons back in 1964. But the Spinners put their own spin on it and made it disco. And guess what? They made it a hit.
You were so in love with me. I played around like I was free. Thought I could have my cake and eat it too. But how I cried over losing you. See, I'm down and out. I ain't about to go living my life without you. Yeah, every day I made you cry. I prayed and girl, till the day I die, I'll keep working my way back to you, babe, with a burning love inside. Yeah, I'm working my way back to you, babe, and the happiness that died, I let it get away.
Been playing every day.
Oh, I used to love to make you cry. It made me feel like a man inside. If I had been a man in reality, you would be here, baby, loving me. Now my nights are long and lonely, and I ain't too proud, babe, I just miss you so. Girl, but you're too proud and won't give in. But when I think about all I could win, I'll keep working my way back to you, babe, with a burning love inside. Yeah, I'm working my way back to you, babe, and the happiness that died, I let it get away.
By the next year, on May 27th, 1980, the Spinners put out their next successful album, Love Trippin', produced by Michael Zager. Unfortunately, a couple years earlier, by around similar to the time after Felipe was out the group, Tom Bell was no longer working with the Spinners, and they would either produce some of their albums themselves or have various other producers work with them. And this album featured another melody similar to Working My Way Back to You, Forgive Me Girl. It featured Cupid, I've Loved You for a Long Time. And with John Edwards singing the Sam Cooke classic, a lot of people compared his voice to Sam Cooke. As it seems that the Spinners was running in hot with John Edwards, after this album, it would no longer last. John would still be with the group, but their album sales would be at an all-time low.
Cupid, roll back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart for me. Don't you hear me calling? Straight to my love. My tears keep falling. Straight to my love. I got to have a love now. Cupid, whoa, Cupid, yeah. Look, I love you for a long time. Now it's time to make you my baby. I love you for a long time. Now it's time to make you my baby. Girl, didn't you know that my love for you and it hurts me so bad? I'm telling you. Come on, look at me once. Try it again. Then you see I can't live without you. I love you for a long time. Now it's time to make you my baby. Make you my baby. Cupid, roll back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart. Straight to my lover's heart. Hear me call. Straight to my lover's heart. I feel the love getting stronger. Straight to my lover's heart. Cupid, all I've got to do is hold you louder. Cupid, oh, Cupid, Cupid, oh, Cupid, Cupid.
As the Spinners continued to ride off of their success of their two albums, things weren't going so good for Felipe Wynne. He continued to struggle as a solo artist, and he tried to continue and release albums and music, but he never quite achieved the success that he once had when he was with the Spinners. And him leaving the Spinners was a decision that he came to later regret. He said famously that he regretted leaving the Spinners a lot. But there was really nothing he could do. They had already established themselves with a new lead singer, and they were seeming to do just fine without him. He let the success get to his head too much. It eventually left him in the dust. But he continued on to perform with Parliament and Funkadelic with George Clinton for as long as he could. In 1984, Felipe Wynne would release the last solo album released in his lifetime. It was simply self-titled Felipe Wynne, and with this album, he recorded on Sugar Hill Records. This would be the third record label that he was on because his venture with Colton, with his first album, Starting All Over, did not do so well, and his second album that he did, Win Jammin' with Uncle Jam, also did not do too good. It was also released in 1980, the same year the Spinners released Love Trippin'. But now on Sugar Hill Records, he still did not achieve more success as a solo artist. And he even missed the Spinners so much that even on his last album, he redid the classic song that he sung lead on with the Spinners, He Don't Love You Like I Do. And he even sung Sadie in concert by himself because the Spinners was his claim to fame.
One Sunday morning, breakfast was on the table. There was no time to eat. She said to me, boy, hurry to Sunday school. the Lord of glory. We learn the whole story. She'll always have her dreams, despite the things this troubled world can bring. Won't you help me sing it? Say, don't you know we love you, sweet Sadie? Places no one above us. Oh, yeah. Sometimes it seems so funny. No money will turn your life around. Sweeter than cotton candy, stronger than Papa's old brandy. Sometimes sipping in the morning, always that needed smile. Once in a while, she would break down and cry. Oh, honey, sometimes she'd be so happy. Well, yeah, being with us and Daddy, yeah. Standing the worst of times, breaking the binds with just a simple song. Oh, say the baby, don't you know, still loving the song in your special way. Well, sweet. He said, living in the past. Well, she's never sinning, and in love she's always a winning. Have you ever met Sadie? Oh, the premier lady. Oh, mama, oh, Lord, there. Sometimes I feel like I can't go on. But the baby still thinks on. Yeah, every man, every young, and let me talk to her. I love you, mama. Oh, I don't know what's the matter. I just got to keep on cruising. Let me walk. Why don't you? Why you wanna make me feel so down? So down. Feeling won't let me be. I can feel it moving all in my feet. Oh, there's something inside me that's trying to move. I think about my mama and I get mad. Could you bring it on down real soft? 'Cause I'd like to ask y'all to help me.
On the night of July 13th, 1984, Felipe Wynne had his final concert. He was performing for a crowd in Oakland, and he eventually walked off the stage. He came back out for an encore because the fans wanted more, because they loved his gracious performing. They unfortunately wouldn't know it'd be the last time they would see him perform alive. Not too long after he went back on the stage, he suffered a massive heart attack and was taken off the stage. The next day, on July 14th, Felipe Wynne, born Philip Walker, died at the age of 43. He sadly died before a Spinners reunion could happen because the Spinners were planning a reunion with their current five-man lineup of Bobby, John, Billy, Purvis, and Henry, adding on Felipe. But it unfortunately never happened with Wynne's death. 5 years earlier, the Spinners released their last big hit on the charts, Cupid, I Love You for a Long Time. By now it's 1985, and the Spinners have not reached the same success that they once had in their good old heydays. They continue to release albums and music, but nothing ever did for them no more. They try to release albums such as The Labor of Love, Can't Shake This Feeling, Grand Slam, Crossfire, love and feelings, down to business at their best. But yet, it was not enough to achieve the same success. So afterwards, they gave up on trying to record new material and instead they continued to tour for more and more decades until the year 2000. Ever since the day he joined the group in 1977, taking the place of the late great Felipe Wynne, John Edwards filled in the spot as the main lead vocalist of the Spinners until the year 2000, where his mighty voice was stricken down. He suffered a massive stroke and remained incapacitated, and he was forced to retire to never sing again. Then, by this time, to take his place, G.C. Cameron took the place of John Edwards, the man who sung with them 30 years ago on one of their biggest hits, It's a Shame, had came back with the Spinners. Now, in all honesty, as he had to leave the Spinners due to contractual obligations, G.C. Cameron unfortunately did not have that much success as a solo artist. One of his only big hit songs was It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday. But the song would be overshadowed in the 90s when Boys to Men later covered the song. So it kind of left G.C. Cameron in the dust. And the other solo singles that he made did not do so well. So it was very unfortunate that he was not a major hit seller for the label like other popular male solo artists on Motown, like Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, Edwin Starr, Eddie Kendricks, and multiple others. He eventually left Motown after the 1970s and toured as an independent artist. He recorded an album for Malaco Records in 1983, and his career was revived in 1989 with recordings for British companies and being a part of the Motor City by Ian Levine. G.C. Cameron remained a member of the Spinners as the lead vocalist from 2000 all the way till 2003 until he left the group when he got the opportunity to become a member of the Temptations. Then Frank Washington, formerly of the Futures and the Delphonics, joined for a few years and then was replaced by Carlton Washington, but the two have no relation. In 2004, one of the longtime members and original of the group, Billy Henderson, was dismissed from the group after suing the group's corporation and business manager to obtain financial records. He was later on replaced by Harold Barnhart. Unfortunately, 3 years later, in February of 2007, he died from complications from diabetes. Also, that same year in 2004, another original member, C.P. Spencer, had died from a heart attack as well in October. Nonetheless, the Spinners lineup continued as a group with some of the three still more popular members from the 70s that were still alive: Purvis Jackson and Henry Frambo and Bobby Smith. But it would not last. August 18th, 2008, the longtime bass Purvis Jackson died from cancer, and the group continued as a quartet for quite a while before Jesse Peck was recruited as the group's new bass in February 2009. Also that year, Harold Barnhart left the Spinners and was replaced by vocalist Marvin Taylor. By then, in September of 2011, 57 years of being together and 50 years since their first song, That's What Girls Are Made For, the group was announced as one of the 15 final nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It was their first nomination, and they were nominated again in 2014, 2015, and even in 2023. By the year of 2023, they finally got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But by then, it was too late for longtime vocalist Bobby Smith, who had died in March of 2013. Bobby Smith died after a long battle of lung cancer and pneumonia. He was only 76 years old. With the death of his longtime bandmates, Billy Henderson, Purvis Jackson, and now Bobby Smith, it led only Henry Frambo left to carry the mantle and became the captain of the Spinners' legacy. And years without new music, the Spinners released their newest album in the 20th century, Round the Block and Back Again, in August of 2021. The first with the current lineup, and unfortunately the final before Henry Frambo's retirement. By early 2023, Frambo had to retire from the group after being a member of it for almost 70 years. On May 3rd of 2023, the classic lineup of the Spinners from the 1970s were all inducted. Posthumously, Bobby Smith, Purvis Jackson, Billy Henderson, and Philippe Pinguien were all inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Only John Edwards and Henry Frambo lived to see their Hall of Fame induction. And for their honoring, New Edition performed some of the group's biggest hits at the Hall of Fame ceremony.
This is a fork in the road. Love's last episode. There's nowhere to go. Oh no, and you made your choice. Now it's up to me to bow out gracefully. Though you hold the key, baby, whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you want me, I'll be there. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. I'll be around. Just call me and call. I'll be there. I'll never you want me, I'll be there. Just call if you need me. Oh, I know you will. I'll be around. Since I met you, I began to feel so strange. Every time I speak your name, that's funny. You say that you are so helpless too, that you don't know what to do. Ooh. Each night I pray there will never come a day when you up and take love away. Say you feel the same way too, and I wonder what it is I feel for you. With you, baby. I'm gonna know that, baby. And darling, you'll always be the only one for me. Everything's special to you. I'm falling in love with you, baby. Could it be I'm falling in love? I'm gonna know that, baby. I'm falling in love with you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame celebration of some legends in the house. And it feels good to be honored. The Spinners, Henry, John, make some noise, y'all. Come on, push your hands up. Come on.
your mind so high you can't get down. Hey, y'all. Man, yeah. Well, oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Johnny, yeah, for that rubber band man.
Come on.
He makes you woozy.
Come on.
Look so good. Makes you do it.
Come, where my rubber band man? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Well, yeah. Well, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. Well. Come on, sing it, y'all.
Fortunately, even though G.C. Cameron was not inducted as well in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for being a member of the Spinners, he and Henry Frambo did eventually reunite and see each other again at the Motown Museum where they were welcomed. Unfortunately, it would be the last time G.C. Cameron would ever see Henry Frambo, and not only just G.C., but the entire world, because on February 7th of 2014, the last surviving original member of the Mighty Spinners, Henry Frambo, the captain, had unfortunately died at the age of 85. The Spinners did continue on as the group. They are still actively performing in remembrance of their captain. But unfortunately, Henry's wouldn't be the only loss that the Spinners community would face. A year later, on May 9th, 2025, John Edwards had unfortunately died at the age of 80, but he was officially pronounced dead to the world on May 11th. So he had already been dead for 2 days. With the death of him, Henry Frambo, Bobby Smith, Billy Henderson, Purvis Jackson, Felipe Wynn, and even original member C.P. Spencer and Edgar Edwards, it would leave G.C. Cameron as the only living member from the 70s period of the Spinners. The Spinners continue to actively perform today with their current lineup: C.J. Jefferson, Jesse Bobber Peck, Ronnie Moss, and Keith Patterson, in honor of their captain, Henry Frambo. And even 2 years ago in 2024, they released their newest album, Full Circle, the last album to feature the vocals of Henry Frambo before his unfortunate passing. The Spinners are a truly iconic group with a very long-lasting legacy that will never go anywhere. They are truly underrated legends of R&B and soul, and they will never be forgotten. And as we close up another documentary, rest in peace to the Captain Henry Frambo and all of the fallen members of the mighty, mighty Detroit Spinners.